Hey, I'm Josh from GH Coffee Solutions, and today we're here in the GH GBS lab. I'm here with two very special folks, Areli and Michael from Little Waves Coffee Roasters. Two coffee people that I highly respect. I'm really excited to have you all here. Little Waves Coffee Roasters is Roast Magazine's Micro Roaster of the Year 2022. They're sourcing and roasting beautiful, beautiful coffees. And in two of their cafes, they have implemented the Touch 03 from Tone. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the origins and the philosophy behind Little Waves Coffee, and also about how they've enjoyed the Touch 03 in their cafes.
So we started Cocoa Cinnamon and Little Waves Coffee Roasters in 2010, where we started off with $75 to our name and no access to credit. So when we moved to Durham in 2011, because of having a lack of funds, we started as a bike coffee, and we realized really quickly that Durham was way more hilly than we expected. The bike weighed 350 pounds, and we were really hoping to do an espresso bike. So we had to pivot, and our pivot was to pour overs. And because it's a bike and we're riding this bike around, we had to rely also on being able to brew manually. And so we were also grinding manually. So we were setting up at farmers markets and different events around Durham. And I was thinking that this is like a blessing in disguise in terms of being able to be in community before we opened our doors to our first brick and mortar. But because of this, we became known for pour overs. And so when we opened our brick and mortar in 2013, that was exactly what everyone ordered, which is great because, we like to focus on single origin and the tasting experience. And so we opened our second location in 2016 and our third location in 2017, where we have churros and our roastery, Little Waves Coffee Roasters. And throughout this entire time, we have kind of been waiting for the perfect pour over machine to go from manual pour overs, especially for like really busy days, to something that we can trust and rely that will just extract the best that we can.
As Director of Quality and Innovation at Little Waves Coffee Roasters and Cocoa Cinnamon, could not be more proud of the quality that we source, the quality that we roast, and therefore it becomes really important to me in terms of sharing that quality with our guests to sustain it through the brewing. And that's where the Tone really hits the mark for me. It gives a consistent cup, a quality cup. It makes life easier on our baristas, and most importantly, it delivers that expectation of beauty in every cup for our guests in our community.
So the Tone has made it possible for us to be able to offer by the cup single origin pour overs at our Lakewood location, which is our third location where our roastery is. Previous to that, we only offered batch and espresso. And the reason for that was just accessibility, but also just the way that our menu was built out. It didn't really allow for a person to be able to do manual pour overs. And so when the Tone came out, it really provided this opportunity to be able to offer these stellar coffees that we're sourcing. And then we also have it at the first location, which kind of provides a whole other way of being able to use it.
Yeah, I mean, if you work a weekend shift and you're a barista and you want to provide this level of service that we take great pride in, like I said, carrying that quality through to the cup, but your head's on a swivel, you've got 5 things to do at once, the Tone comes in super handy and delivers that quality cup every time, and we can rely on that on our busiest shifts.
Yeah.
Well, Areli, Michael, thank you so much for being here. Just a couple questions. Have you heard any feedback from customers who have ordered a pour over on the Tone?
Absolutely. Actually, it's created a sense of wonder and questioning of, okay, what is this on your bar? We have a lot of regulars and they notice the smallest changes in what we do. And sometimes they're pretty picky about what we do because they're living and dying every day with some great brews. And I don't blame them of wanting to keep that rolling. So when we brought this on, I'll be honest, I was a little nervous because the hand pours and our training on that are pretty good. But the way that has attracted guests to purchase more pour overs, to be more excited about these coffees, to allow us to share more coffees, to allow the barista to engage more with different coffees, has opened up eyes and palates on the guest side of the bar. Absolutely.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then how about baristas that you work with?
So similarly, I was nervous about approaching a staff of baristas with, hey, this is a new thing, this is different. You know, we're gonna take the kettle out of your hand a little bit, but it's actually been remarkable how quickly they've not just adapted to it, but run with it. We still do some hand dial-ins, hand pour dial-ins, but when things are busy, when they have other things going on, we lean on the tone hard and they love it across the board.
Yeah, I think that's the beautiful thing about it, is that like the volume that you can brew on this, like you can use it for more than just pour overs. That was another reason why it was really exciting for the Lakewood location, is that like, you know, we stop our batch brews at 230 because we don't sell as many, but being able to do something on a lower volume with the same quality and consistency, like allows us to keep that batch brew option.
Just to get you through that last part of the day.
Yeah.
Well, wow, thank you so much. It's been such a treat having Areli and Michael from Little Waves Coffee here. Such a treat hearing about the history of what you've done, the philosophy, what goes into all the quality coffee that you produce that has, you know, led to y'all being Micro Roaster of the Year 2022. Also hearing about how, you know, your customers and you, Michael, and you, Areli, have embraced the Tone Touch 03. Really cool to hear, you know, that full story. Check out ghgbs.com to learn more about the Tone. Check out some of our other videos on YouTube. We've got a Tone Touch 03 overview video. And thank you for watching. See you next time.